What's up, ACC? I'm Angie, your children's minister, with the Kids On lesson for June 6th. Last week we learned about the parable of the wedding feast. This week we are learning a parable about a faithful servant. For our beginning activity, we're going to play Take Care. For this activity, you can use a baby doll, an action figure, a stuffed animal, or a real animal. Assign everyone in the family something to take care of for the whole day. At the end of the day, talk about how well you did. Was it hard to take care of something for the day? In our story, we will hear about how two different kinds of servants take care of their master's household. Our story this week is called The Parable of the Faithful Servant, and it comes from the books of Matthew, chapter 24, verses 45 through 51, and Luke, chapter 12, verses 42 through 48. Jesus was teaching his disciples about a day in the future, the last day, when the Lord will come. Jesus said that no one knows what day the Lord is coming, so everyone should be ready. Then he told a parable about a faithful servant. Jesus asked, "Who is a wise and faithful servant? Who will the master put in charge of his household and all the other servants?" Then Jesus answered the question. The master will choose the servant he finds working hard. The master will reward that servant and put him in charge of everything he has. The good servant worked hard even when the master wasn't home and watching him. But then Jesus told about a bad servant. The bad servant did not work hard when the master wasn't there. Jesus said, "If a servant is bad and thinks to himself, 'My master is gone, I can do what I want,' then that servant will not be ready when the master comes back. The master will come home and find the bad servant not working hard. What will the master do? The master will punish the bad servant because the bad servant knew what his master wanted him to do, but he did not do it." Then Jesus said, "If someone has an important job to do, then he must do that job well. And the bigger job someone has, the harder he will have to work." Jesus has a big job for us to do. He wants people who love and trust in him to take care of his world and to tell others about him. No one knows when Jesus will come back to earth, so we must always be ready. When Jesus comes back, he will reward those who worked hard for him. For our lesson activity, we're going to make chore charts for the week. You can use the template here, or you can just make a list of different chores to do. Come up with at least 5 chores, like clean your room, wash the dishes, take out the trash, walk the dog, read someone a bedtime story, and so on. The point of these chores is to show your family that you can be wise and faithful servants, just like the faithful servant in our parable. Post some pictures of you completing your chores in the comments below for a gift card challenge. Story of the Week card. For our game, we're going to play Follow the Instructions. Take turns being the leader and give 3 to 5 sets of instructions to the rest of your family. Only say them once and see how well you can follow the instructions. In our story today, one servant followed his master's instructions. The other did not. At dinner one night, talk about being prepared. Even though we don't know when certain things will happen, like a tornado, we can still try to be prepared for them. Talk about some things you can be prepared for. Then for the family activity, we're going to take a family cleanup walk, either in your neighborhood, at a park, or wherever. Be sure to take a plastic grocery sack or trash bag with you. Some gloves might be helpful too. As you walk, keep an eye out for litter. When you see something, pick it up and toss it in your cleanup bags. It is helpful to clean up things whenever we can. Jesus wants us to be faithful servants who do the right thing. Be sure to pray with your family every day. Parents, join us for prayer time on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. on Facebook Live, and check out our Facebook prayer group too. That's all I have for this week. I'll see you guys next week when we will learn about the parable of the rich man and Lazarus.